Defining a worn sprocket is more complex than defining worn chain. Sprocket characteristics to look for include binding when the new chain engages or disengages the sprocket, reduced tooth thickness, or hooked tooth tips. Replace the sprockets if you find any of these conditions. During the visual inspection, a new chain drive is required. Begin by checking the shaft alignment. Alignment is a two-step procedure. With a machinist level, we will make sure the shafts are level. Next, we will measure the distance between the two shafts to determine if the shafts are parallel. The maximum allowable misalignment on most single-strand drives is 1/4 of 1 degree. Closer alignment is recommended for high-speed and high-horsepower drives. Contact Technical Services for information on alignment of these types of drives. Now install the patented Browning split-tapered bushings and sprockets. This will greatly reduce installation time. Follow the bushing installation instructions for assembling the bushing and sprocket. You can find these at www.emerson-ept.com in the media library located in the Edge Online portion of the website. Clean any oil, paint, or other contaminants from the sprocket bore, bushing tapered barrel, bushing bore, and bushing cap screws prior to installation. When installing sprockets and bushings, always locate the drive as close to the bearings as possible. This will reduce the overhung load and increase bearing life. Slide the sprocket and bushing on the shaft. Pull the sprocket on the barrel of the bushing, aligning the external key. On lightweight sprockets, you can install the bushing and sprocket in combination. Place the bushing in the desired position and torque cap screws to the values shown on the instruction sheet. Anytime you make a change in the distance between the two shafts, it is imperative that alignment be rechecked. The easiest and most common method of determining sprocket alignment is with a straight edge. Simply place the straight edge across the outside edges of the two sprockets. The straight edge should be making contact at 4 distinct points along the outside perimeter of your drive. It is essential that both sprockets are in the same plane and do not force the chain to contact the side of the teeth during engagement. The maximum allowable offset is 45 times the pitch in inches. With the new Browning split taper sprockets installed, proceed to installation of the new Morse roller chain. Cut the chain to the correct length, if not, cut the length chain. Lay the chain on a flat surface and clamp or hold it securely. Grind the heads of the pins flush with the side plate. Install your pin removal tool and press the pin from the chain. Install the chain around the sprockets and bring the free ends together on one sprocket. Large, heavy chains may require you to block the sprocket so it will not rotate during connection. Insert the connecting link pins through the chain bushing holes. Install the side plate and the spring clip. After you install the connecting link, check to make sure there are no tight joints by pressing the ends of the pins back until they are snug against the side plate. Use a Morse chain puller if you are unable to attach the chain on the sprocket. Insert the jaws into each end of the chain. Turn the screw until the two ends almost meet. Insert the connecting link pins through the chain bushing holes. Install the side plate and the cotter pins. After you install the connecting link, check to make sure there are no tight joints by pressing the ends of the pins back until they are snug against the side plate. Now you are ready to adjust the chain tension. With one sprocket locked, turn the other sprocket to provide a tight and slack side of chain. Then with a straight edge and scale, measure the total mid-span movement on the slack side. On horizontal drives, adjust the center distance or idler sprocket to produce 4 to 6% total movement at the mid-span of the slack side. This drive has a 30-inch center distance, so the total movement would be from 1.2 to 1.8 inches. Now select the proper oil for your drive. You should never use oils or grease that exceed the standard, as they are too thick to penetrate internal surfaces of the chain. The correct oil viscosity varies by the temperature your drive is running. Always use the heaviest oil grade permitted by the ASME B29.1 standards. Determine the correct method of lubrication. The ASME B29.1 standard recommends one of 3 types of lubrication for your chain drive. You can determine the correct lubrication type by reviewing the horsepower tables in the chain section of the DC98 catalog, or contact Technical Services at 1-800-626-2093. Type A, manual or drip. On manual lubrication drives, apply the oil while the machine is off and locked out and tagged. Apply the oil directly to the chain with a brush or a spout can. Apply the oil between the link plates on the inside of the chain. This will reduce the amount of oil being slung off due to centrifugal force. On drives using drip lubrication, apply the oil between the link plates. Drip rates range from 4 to 20 drops per minute, depending on chain speed. Ideally, we lubricate the inside slack strand. Practical considerations may require the drip system to be moved to the outside of the chain. All drives using Type A lubrication should be re-lubricated after 8 hours of operation. The frequency of lubrication should prevent the chain from turning a red-brown color in the chain joint. Type B, oil bath. In an oil bath, a short section of the lower strand of chain runs through a sump of oil in the chain case. The oil level should reach the pitch line of the chain at its lowest point of operation. In Type B lubrications, the temperature of the oil bath should not exceed 180 degrees Fahrenheit. The volume of oil applied to the chain must be great enough to prevent a red-brown color of lubricant in the chain joints. Check the oil level after 8 hours of operation. Type C, oil stream. With oil stream lubrication, a pump delivers oil under pressure to a nozzle that directs a stream of oil onto the chain. From the inside of the chain loop, apply oil evenly across the width of the lower span. Chain running at high speed should always be oil stream lubricated. For the correct oil flow rate, contact our Technical Service Department or the ASME 29.1 standard. After you have correctly installed the new chain, properly set the tension, and provided lubrication, you are ready to reinstall the chain guard. In review, as part of your regular maintenance, clean your chain and sprockets and check them for wear. When installing new bushings, always remove the oil from the sprocket and bushing. Most importantly, take the time to accurately align your shafts and sprockets. Set the tension of your drive and provide the proper lubrication. Properly installed and maintained, your Morse chain and Browning sprockets will deliver the superior performance for which they are designed. Emerson Power Transmission would like to thank you for your time reviewing this video. We have provided the highlights for installing chain drives, but service work should always be provided by a qualified technician. For problems not discussed in this video or new drive applications, contact the Technical Service Team at 1-800-626-2093 or visit our website at www.emerson-ept.com. We look forward to servicing you on your next chain drive application. Once again, thank you for choosing our chain drives.